You talk to hundreds of people online every day. But when did someone last truly listen to you?
That's actually a really good question.
In 1848, a Russian writer asked the same thing. Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky? The Crime and Punishment guy?
Yes, but this story is nothing like that. No crime, no punishment, just loneliness and love. It's called White Nights.
White nights? What does that mean?
In St. Petersburg, summer nights never get dark. The sun barely sets, the sky glows until morning.
That sounds like a dream.
It is, and in those bright nights a lonely man meets a girl. He has no friends, not one person, for 15 years.
15 years? That's so sad.
4 nights with her change his entire life. But here's the question Dostoevsky asks. Is one moment of happiness enough for a whole lifetime? Let's hear it, 4 Nights in Petersburg.
In St. Petersburg, the summer nights are bright. The sun barely sets. The sky glows all night long. They call them the White Nights. A young man walks alone through these empty streets. He has no friends, not one. He has lived here 15 years. He calls himself a dreamer. He lives in his imagination, not in the real world. Every night he wanders the streets, and every night he is alone. But tonight will be different. He reaches a small bridge over the canal. A young woman stands by the railing, crying softly. He wants to speak to her, but she is afraid. She turns to run. But a drunk man starts following her. The dreamer steps in and chases the man away. She looks at him with grateful eyes. They walk together through the bright night. Her name is Nastenka. She is kind and full of life. They talk for hours and promise to meet again tomorrow. The next night, they meet at the same bridge. Nastenka asks him to tell her about his life. He hesitates, then he confesses everything. "I'm a dreamer," he says. "I have nothing real in my life. In my mind, I'm a hero. I fall in love. I travel the world. But none of it is real. Every morning I wake up alone." Nastenka does not laugh. She listens carefully. "That is not really living," she says quietly. Now Nastenka shares her own story. She lives with her blind grandmother. The old woman pins Nastenka's dress to her own clothes. A real pin, so the girl cannot move or leave. 1 year ago, a young man rented a room upstairs. He lent Nastenka books and took her to the opera. She fell in love, but he had to leave the city. He promised to come back in exactly 1 year. That year ends tomorrow. On the third night, Nastenka is nervous. She has written a letter to the lodger, but she does not know where to send it. The dreamer offers to deliver it for her. Think about this. He already loves Nastenka, and now he is carrying a love letter to another man. But her happiness matters more to him than his own. He delivers the letter without saying a word about his pain. That night, he walks home with a broken heart. The fourth night comes. The lodger does not appear. Nastenka waits at the bridge. No one comes. She begins to cry. "He forgot me," she says. "He does not love me anymore." The dreamer cannot hold it in any longer. He tells her everything. He loves her. He has loved her since the first night on the bridge. Nastenka is surprised, but she does not pull away. "I think I could love you too," she whispers. "Maybe I already do." And then, footsteps, coming closer through the darkness. A man appears. He walks straight toward them. Nastenka freezes. Her whole body goes still. It is the lodger. He has come back. Nastenka pulls her hand away from the dreamer. She runs to the other man and throws her arms around him. Then she turns back. She kisses the dreamer's cheek. "Thank you," she whispers. "Thank you for everything." And then she is gone. Into the night with her lodger. The dreamer stands alone on the bridge. Rain begins to fall. The next morning, a letter arrives from Nastenka. She asks him to forgive her. She thanks him for everything. She says she will remember him forever. The dreamer reads the letter and smiles quietly. He is alone again, just like before. 15 years of loneliness, 4 nights of happiness. And then those 4 nights are gone too. But he does not feel anger. He feels grateful. And he whispers to himself these words. "My God, a whole moment of bliss. Is that not enough for a whole lifetime?"
Wow, that was beautiful and heartbreaking.
Right. Now let's go back to the beginning. He wanders the streets every night for 15 years.
Wander? Is that like walk?
No. Walk has a direction. Wander means nowhere to go. That one word tells you everything about his life.
Moving but going nowhere. That's really sad.
So he meets Nastenka on the bridge. She's crying. A drunk man follows her. The dreamer steps in.
Why would she trust a complete stranger?
Because he didn't ask for anything. He just helped.
That's rare. Most people would just walk past.
And that's what made her stay. But we'll get to that. It gets much more painful. He confesses to Nastenka, "I am a dreamer." In his head, he's a hero, he falls in love, he travels. But none of it is real.
So a dreamer is just someone who's lazy?
No, not lazy, afraid. He's so afraid of real life that imagination feels safer.
Confess. That means telling a secret, right?
A painful truth you've been hiding, yes. Now Nastenka tells her story. Her grandmother pins her dress to her own clothes.
An actual pin? Like physically?
Yes, she is literally pinned down. She cannot move.
That's love? That sounds more like prison.
Protection? She can't even stand up.
Being pinned is not love, it's control. And the most heartbreaking part, that's still coming. Imagine this, you love someone, and she hands you a love letter for another man. She asks you to deliver it.
No way, I couldn't do that.
He does it without a single complaint.
So he's just weak? He can't say no?
No, that's not weakness, that's sacrifice. Giving up what you want so she can be happy. The lodger never comes, Nastenka cries, and the dreamer finally confesses he loves her.
After all that, he finally says it?
And she says, "Maybe I already love you."
Does she mean it? Or is she just lonely?
Maybe both, and that's what makes it real.
For the first time, he's not dreaming. This is real.
And then footsteps.
No, don't tell me.
The lodger walks out of the darkness.
After everything the dreamer did for her.
She pulls her hand away and runs to him. She kisses the dreamer's cheek. "Thank you," she says.
And then she's gone. Just like that.
The next morning, Nastenka sends a letter. "Forgive me, I will remember you forever."
That's kind, but it's not enough, is it?
And then his final words. "Ah, God, a whole moment of bliss."
Bliss? Is that just happiness?
Bigger. Happiness is a good day. Bliss is total, perfect joy. Is that not enough for a whole lifetime? Remember how we started? Hundreds of people online, but no one truly listening.
No more wandering alone. Someone finally saw him.
He got 4 nights of being truly seen.
And then she left.
But Dostoevsky doesn't say what a tragedy. He says a whole moment of bliss.
Not just happiness, bliss. Now I hear it differently.
That question, 176 years old, and it's still ours. So, what moment of bliss would be enough for your lifetime?